what needs to be done, then we'll be able to talk to the management. That's what we want to talk to you first. So just you can have a spokesperson to explain exactly the working condition here. Because we got to bear in mind, even though these people are doing good job for the government, there's a help they are giving us. But in the meantime, the people who work here want to make sure that they are treated as a human. That's why we're here. So again, to explain to us, number one, let's say, did they give you safety boot to wear to work here? No safety boot. No safety boot. So we are going to tell them to make sure that listen. We want to tell them to make sure they provide safety boot for you. Yes, they give you helmet. Yes. Okay, and the jacket they gave you. Yes. That's what they gave you. Yes. So how many hours you work for? 9 hours. 9 hours from when to when? 7 to 6.
Yes. So that's one person.
Yeah, that one person be answer. How many hours that?
9 hours.
9 hours. Do they pay you overtime for the extra 1 hour because you're supposed to work 8 hours a day? It's 8 hours in a day. That means you will have 1 hour within the 8 hours for lunch break. Do they give you a lunch break? No lunch for you? You don't stop for lunch?
For 1 hour. 1 hour. We have 1 hour 30 minutes for lunch. And 7:30 last week. The Chinese told us that they got many from their bosses that the 1 hour 30 minutes, we should have 30 minutes lunch, and then 1 hour soon work. So then why they don't want to give up on reason. When we talk, they say when we not carry on the overtime, the next day we will not come to work. So that's why yesterday we saw some journalists there, right? But when I had this side, it was the fact for the side.
Okay, so you work for 9 hours and they pay you, they're supposed to pay you 1 hour and they said they're not paying you overtime again?
Time for the payment, the Chinese entity that we've been working with before, you will see pay slip. The pay slip will break down the number of days you are working for, the overtime, the salary deduction or taxes, you will see it. But for this entity, we don't see the pay slip.
They don't give you pay slip. They don't give you pay slip.
No.
So they give you cash.
Yes.
They make you do a sign for it, but they don't give you any copy.
Yes. So we don't have a fixed salary.
Okay. So what is least salary here now? That's what people make. What is least salary?
Already, honorable minister, we don't know the least salary for everyone. Still need around. Today you go, some people receive 120, some people receive 210, some people receive 118. So the salary is my person. We don't have an actual salary for students.
Okay, but nobody makes less than $150 from what you say. Okay, so everybody work more than $150. Somewhere 200, some 170. Okay, that's good. Okay. So this is something that we probably want to engage. The management will talk to them that they are supposed to give you safety boots because this kind of industrial work requires safety boots. You see the boot the man wearing there, they got iron in it. That's the kind of boot they will give you. We'll talk to them about it. On your overtime, we need to mention to them because if within the 8 hours you are entitled to 1 hour rest period. If they say you should take only 30 minutes to rest, then you have a 30 minutes overtime to be paid for. This is something we need to engage them to talk to them about. But it's good. I mean, the reason we came when we saw the publication yesterday is that, because you just started working here in I think about 1 month or 2 months. So anytime there are issues like this, let us know. Minister of Labor is right there at the complex. We send a representative, will always be available to come and talk to you and to see how we can address your concerns. But from what you explain right now, if the people are paying not less than $150, it means they will feed the minimum wage. But we will try to see if they are paying you, maybe they are supposed to be cutting social security or so. We must give you a pay slip that you know how much contribution you're making. So we'll be able to talk to them. They have to give you a pay slip with a breakdown of how many hours you work. We have to do that. Okay? Yeah. Like how? For all coming here, nobody will fire you because the labor ministry came here. Yeah. That's why we came. Some of the information you are giving us now, those that are inconsistent with the law, we should be able to discuss it with them to make sure they correct the situation. We're not just talk to you and go. We will have to be checking to make sure that whatever we want to recommend to them for them to do for you, that those things are done as in keeping with law. Okay? Yes. Somebody say.
We have a 10%. 10% cutting from each $100. If you are paying $300, each $100, 10% will be cut from there. So that's why we are a little bit confused. But that 10% is going to.
They told you that they cutting 10% from
the SRO say the 10% will go to ARA 10%.
Okay, we have to find that out because if they cut 10%, I mean there is an income tax that every worker is supposed to pay and it goes to LRA. Then there is Social Security. If you are covered by Social Security, they're supposed to make some contribution, you make contribution, then they do the deduction and send it to Social Security. Okay, but those things will be done against record. Because if they close to, if we finish in 2 years' time, whatever you contribution you make will be a credit to you. If you went somewhere else to work, that same information will continue to build until you reach retirement age. So that's why it's important for them to tell you whether they pay Social Security for you. We'll find that out too. It's important. Those are things that if they are cutting Social Security, they are supposed to inform Social Security to come here and take your card, take your picture and give you Social Security card. That way, you can use that card when you leave from here. You can go somewhere else to continue to use that card. So we'll also address that to them.
Yeah, we work and then the compulsory laws that is tough for us. The Chinese will bring Chinese people on the side. The Chinese will be eating. But we the Liberians that doing hard work, we stop us from going to eat. We don't have food. If you see the crowd there, if you check to that area, everybody here is almost 3,000 people. We spend it every day lunch to eat. At the end of the month, we will get our salary, we pay us. But for them, they bring their food, they feed them.
Okay. So the question of feeling, we will discuss it. Feeling to feel your worker is an incentive. It's not required by law. But for example, the kind of work you're doing, if they want everybody to work hard and to make sure you got the strength to work, it will be a good thing if they can provide food, but it's not a mandatory provision of our law. But we will bring them to their attention. If they are breaking, the Chinese, they are strangers in our country. So if they bring food for them, there is might be a justification. But we will talk to them if it's possible to also consider arranging for lunch for you. Even if you want to cut it for your salary, but at least there must be food here so that you eat and continue your work. We will also mention that to them. Yeah.
They also say when you are carrying on a job site, you are not responsible to go, what be your insurance concept, you will not mark you. It's negative on your car, and if I'm replace you.
That is something good that we can talk about. When you are working in this kind of environment, they are supposed to have first aid here. Somebody like a nurse, if anybody gets hurt, so that they can treat the person. And it should not be your responsibility. It should be the company responsibility. They should be at the hospital because a work like this, there are a lot of dangerous part of it. That anybody suddenly can fall on somebody finger can get caught, but we engage them. When you get hurt on a job like this, They are supposed to be on the street. We'll talk to them about that. Yeah.
Since I came, each time I say, oh, I want to go before.
Come louder. Come louder. Come right here. Come right here.
No, you don't know how much you're working for.
Yeah.
They have not told you your salary.
Yeah,
Have you taken salary already?
So this is my fourth one with them.
So why can't you wait until you take the first salary, then you know how much salary you make?
Yeah.
Then if it fall below the line,
So
then
now,
you better know.
I do hard work. They want me to put fuel in the machine. At the same time, you see, what is mechanic work? So when I talk, they say, if I want to put other operators, they say, that's my job. You have to make sure that whatever each operator have to them, but they say, I should go. I must say, clean the trap, also increase the energy I'm using at work. I want to be hot. At the same time, I operate the machine.
This is something we need to, because if you operate the machine, you should be just an operator. They should have an assistant, somebody to do the greasing and other things. We will make sure that. We take it over that way. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We have traveled to every country across Liberia. If maybe work permit, you want to country that we travel, that business permit they can maybe from 2 to 8 in the evening, the business close, especially on a holiday Sunday. But when they decide that we're working on, if people issue the people of work permit that we should work on holidays and Sunday. If we're not supposed to work from 7:30 to 6, at least the work permit you put for submitted to them on holiday and Sunday, it should be shared into 2. We can work on holiday and Sunday for the exact 9 hours. No.
Okay,
So
wait now.
that's Sunday you work on.
Your working hour got nothing to do with work permit now. Liberians do not need work permit to work. The foreigner will give them work permit to allow them to work in Liberia.
Okay, sorry,
So
Sunday permit, Sunday and holiday work permit. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I mean your own work now. Maybe you can work overtime. Maybe that's what you're talking about. If you work overtime, they're supposed to pay you for the overtime you work. You work 8 hours a day. Anything above the 8 hours should be treated as an overtime. Within the 8 hours, you are entitled to 1 hour of rest period. If they give you anything less than 1 hour that someone said, they are allowing you to work to rest for only 30 minutes. That means you are entitled to another 30 minutes overtime. We will discuss it with them. Yeah.
Weapon of Sunday for the scene.
So if you work on Sunday, they don't treat that as an overtime.
No.
That's something to take into handle. Holiday and Sunday, if you work, we will treat it as overtime. And the rate will not be the same. So we'll also talk about it. We're taking note of what you say.
So
Any other issue?
how long will it take your office to come back to us?
We'll be with them now. After our discussion with you, we'll call them. We'll see who the person in charge. We'll go talk to them now. We might invite them to the office, but we'll do the initial discussion right here. For example, their safety food and things like that. I'm not going to go to the office. We'll tell them right now.
So, the 10% have been cut in. We want to know what the 10% do.
That's why someone asked the same question. We will find out why they cut 10% for you. Where is it going? We'll find that out.
Another thing with our stretch, Honorable Minister, they got an HR entity that gave you the job. For the LEA, the Master Employment Agency. So we really need people to call them to be part of the discussion. Yeah. Because according to them, they the ones said LRA told them that they should cut the money. So
What is the money agency?
the Master Employment Agency LEA.
Master?
No Master LOUMASTEL. Master Employment Agency.
You got the office.
When they got a national office,
Who the head of the office there? The head is the office there. The head of the for the HR of the office. Where is the office?
Where?
SKD.
SKD?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We now engage with the management. The same way we talk to you here, we go to the other side, talk to the people there too. If it will be the same information, we'll work on it. Or we'll let them know that we have spoken to you, we gather all the information, then we'll talk to the management. Thank you very much. I'll go back to work.
So you just listen to the voice of the Minister of Labor. Okay. So you just listen to the Minister of Labor, Consider Cooper Kruah Senior, along with records of the overhead bridge that have been constructed by the Chinese government for the people of the Republic of Liberia. So this is the TV Online, keep following. We are here from the Borova Junction, where Minister Cooper Kruah is engaging with workers of the overhead bridge right here in Congo Town on the river Liberia. TV Online to make you all of to the minister engagement with workers of the overhead bridge who are expressing their grievances also linked to the working environment of the Chinese nationals who are
Okay, we're ready to talk with you.
scrapping those who have
You see the man coming yeah, then he got if the man is in the office, he got to go to the office. That's what will cost him. We're going to y'all and they're telling him something. When we have meetings like this with workers, you cannot use it. Wait, there you can. You cannot use the meeting as a basis to fire anybody. Tell them tell it, when we have meeting with workers like this, they're supposed to tell us their problem. We will talk to management to make sure they can fix if they are in the violation of the law to fix it. You cannot use a meeting as a reason to fire anybody. If anybody comes to us and say, oh, because the minister came here, we talk to the minister and they're going to fire me, they will be wrong. We call them. We cannot do that. So that's all. We just want to help to make sure that there's understanding between the workers and the management, and that those things that are not consistent with the law, we discuss with them and make sure they correct the situation. That's what we get. So tell me, largely, who y'all getting Okay, wait a minute. What would I do? Give her the full name and give me a address. I'm going to write it medical office. I'm not going to go to the office. Write the man's full name and the name of it.
So he said that I was really sorry.
So what I see, RBC, general manager, the party is the manager, general manager, corporate director. Okay, the two deputy. Then give me
Already coming. You're already here. So yeah. Coming. Coming. Beyond. Yeah.
so which way they come in?
So where is the road to the place?
Excuse me. Hi. My name is Alice, and I'm the no shooting. Do I have the right to now be on camera? Do I have the right to now be on camera, please?
This is journalist, press.
Yeah, hi. Minister.
So if I'm here, I'm a government official. The press view will be here. That's why they're here.
Okay.
So they're here because of me.
I understand. But do I have the right to not be on camera now? Please. Do I have this right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Alright, so let's just talk before we start shooting. Okay?
Okay, don't take a picture right now. Start the recording. We got to know who she is.